with our emotional resilience. We're not up and down all the time thinking everyone hates us. You're making sure that you don't get trapped in a place where you
One person I do want to address is someone who commented something that I felt was negative. And
Hey everybody, welcome to the Kilby Life. This is the Sugar Slam Down Challenge. It's a silly name, but it's serious business. Got this in our tool belt right here. I'm not in control. I don't make the sun rise. I don't make the sun set. I can't make my kids do what I tell them to do. There's so many things out of our control. Oh yeah, that bad driver over there. I wish there was a button. Yeah, stop driving so poorly. But we have that in our tool belt. We just have to sometimes just remember, we're not in control. What can I do? What can I change? How can I change? What am I actually in control of? And let all that other stuff go. But today we're going to be talking about our second tool in our tool belt, and I would just like to thank Element for sponsoring this video. Element is a tasty electrolyte drink that has all the stuff you want with none of the junk. 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium. And you see this? No sugar, no carbs. It just has the sodium, the potassium, the magnesium. There's no stevia. I do let myself have some stevia on the weekends. It's my treat or my planned cheat, which I hate the word cheat. It's good for anyone on a carnivore diet, a keto diet, paleo diet, or I would say actually any diet. As you start getting more active, there may be a need for electrolytes in your life. So this is where Element comes in. It just helps you make sure that you have those electrolytes and you're not getting low on them. And you'll know you're low because you're tired. And when you take some of this and you drink it, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I needed. So right now, Element is offering our listeners one free sample pack with any purchase from their site. And what you get in here is all eight of their flavors as a sample pack, so you can try all their flavors and see which ones you like. And again, I recommend the unflavored one. No sugar, no carbs. But if you're longer on this journey for longer, some of these flavored ones are really great, and I limited them to the weekends. So all you need to do right now is go to drinkelement.com/Kilby. That's drinklmt.com/Kilby to claim your free sample pack today.
Yay!
Helps our channel out. Thank you for that. So today we're going to be talking about the second tool that we can use, and that is a support system. The need to connect with a support system. We are meant to be in community with people. We're meant to be around other people, and we often like to isolate ourselves. We often don't like to just burden other people with our problems. And for me, as being a father of 8 kids, me and my wife, everyone just assumes me and my wife are busy all the time. Well, we are. But it's one of those things, like someone's like, I was going to call you or I was going to ask you to do something. And it's like, but I didn't because you have a bunch of kids and I know you're busy. I'm like, well, at least ask, right? Because now it just kind of sucks that I'm not included, even though I would have to tell you no, which would have been also awkward. At least you tried, and at least I know you're thinking about me. And as long as you're able to not take it too personally when someone says sorry they can't make it, or learn how to do that, I mean, it grows us up and it brings unity. And unity only happens when you're trying to be in a community. It's like you have to try to do it. You have to be purposeful to do it. And you got to learn how to communicate and ask for help. And you also got to give help. And so that's going to help us really with our emotional resilience, where we're not up and down all the time thinking everyone hates us. You're making sure that you don't get trapped in a place where you think everyone hates you, or no one likes you, or no one wants to help you. And it helps you just be resilient in the fact that, okay, those thoughts are just negative thoughts. If you don't try to reach out, if you don't try to connect, then you're not going to. And there are a lot of dangers in that also anyway, because maybe you'll catch someone at a bad day. Try not to take that too personally. I was at a store once and I saw some people that I was at a marriage conference with, and I was one of the teachers. And I saw them, and I was low. I didn't want to talk to anyone, and I dodged them. I don't think they saw me, but if they would have saw me, I'd just imagine like, oh, yeah, this pastor guy dodged us. But I went outside and I was like, man, that was probably not the best thing I ever did. So I asked for a redo, and a funny thing, like a week later I saw him at the store again, and I went over there and I had a conversation. Be careful not to try to read people's minds and assume that people are out to get you. Most people want help, need help, are willing to give help, willing to receive help, and ultimately I think they, like I said, need help. Another good thing from a support system is accountability and encouragement. Accountability and encouragement. When you know there's people with pom-poms out there rooting for you, it's hard to stop. It's hard to stop going because you know you might disappoint somebody. Someone out there is looking out for you, checking in with you. And there's someone out there encouraging you. And when you notice someone's encouraging you and is keeping you accountable, you also got to realize that you're doing the same for them. Did you ever consider that they might be weak? Did you ever consider that they need help? Did you ever consider that they had bad days? We all do. And a lot of times I find that the people that have the biggest struggles, and I'm speaking from experience, and the need for accountability and encouragement in their lives are the people you'll find after they've received some to want to try to be the person that gives some. It becomes reciprocal in that relationship because you see the value it put in your life, and now you're ready and willing and hopefully able, most of the time, to be the person that reaches out and keeps people accountable and speaks the truth in love and encourages people, empowers them, gives them courage to keep fighting, to press on when they don't feel like it. And if you have to, pick them up and carry them for a while. So really, I've already touched on this, but open and honest communication is key. You got to be open. You have to. No one can help you if you're not open, if you're not willing to say what's on your mind, right? And even if you don't know what's on your mind, having someone to brain dump on, like just can kind of free you up and be like, okay, I got that out. Okay, now let me collect my thoughts. What am I feeling? What am I thinking? What is the truth? How can I be honest? Not always that happy. I'm not always happy. I mean, just being able to say that out loud, even to a camera, actually makes me feel better. Thanks. What am I struggling with? You got to find people in your life that can help you, for one, but you can be honest with. You got to be around people you can trust that aren't just going to be a blabbermouth and tell everyone all the things that you're doing, gossips, that type of stuff. And no wonder people are on high alert, but I digress. But you got to be able to be open, and you got to be able to explain what you're feeling, whether it's sugar addiction, alcohol addiction, drug addiction, the love of people, just and what they think about you. You got to be able to hone in, or you got to be able to recognize what the problem is and be able to communicate what help you need. And that's not always easy to do. Sometimes you just say, I need help. Like, for what? And say, I don't know. And hope for a listening ear so they can help you glean these things out. When you're seeking support, the easy thing is to go to the people you trust the most in your life, your friends, your family, your spouses. Go to them. But sometimes it's nice to, create relationships with people that you don't know. And it's always good to have at least one friend that's not that impressed with you, that knows all your dirty secrets, so They just look at you and you're like, yeah, I know. I know, yeah, we know. Okay, they're not that impressed with you. They don't have to mince words. They don't have to, walk on eggshells around you. They could just speak the truth in love in your life, and you hate them for it and you appreciate them at the same time. The communication, again, communication. You got to communicate what are your expectations in the relationship. Hey, this is what I can use help with, and maybe come up with some boundaries, like this conversation stays between us. Do not tell anyone else. That kind of stuff, which you would think would be simple, but it's one of those things that people don't do that well. There's a lot of people out there with there's like gossip and like slander and, oh, guess what I heard? Stay away from those people. And if that is you, come on, man, grow up. Another thing when it comes to boundaries, it's like, especially when it comes to people that are close to us, we need to be careful that we don't heap too many burdens on them. Just keep dumping on them. And it's one of those traps that we could fall into where we start exasperating people around us, just making them want to throw their hands up and quit, because we go to them initially for help and someone to talk to, but essentially we just become a dumping ground to lay the burdens on them instead of ourselves. And sure, people can hold your burdens, but they should only have to do it for a time. You should eventually grow up, carry your burdens, or better yet, take those burdens and learn how to throw them to the ground and stomp on them, and then call your friend over to stomp on them, dig a 6-foot hole, throw them in there, bury them, grow yourself a nice garden, have a cow graze on it, eat it, raise this cow up, and they have a nice supper. That's probably a little macabre. I would say getting good people around you that you could be honest with, that you could trust, that will support you, encourage you, good boundaries is a good place to be. But then don't hide. Don't hide once you mess up. Like, hey, I need you to keep me accountable on this, and it's like they're calling you, they're texting you, and you just ghost them. You never talk to them anymore because you're hiding. And now if you talk to them, it's going to make you feel bad, and if you feel bad, that might make you feel worse. Yeah, worse. Bad is worse. But no, stay active. Be honest again. Communicate. I messed up. And then hopefully you can glean out what happened. Like, what triggered you? What was the catalyst for this downhill slide? How did you feel? What do we think we could do next time to make it better? How can I help you next time? Just basic human courtesy, which is lost a lot on people these days. I'm a big proponent of friends and family, people around you, like I said, but I'm also a proponent for some of these online community groups. We've never lived in a better time. I feel like there's a group for everything. If you're into red spiders that live on the eastern seaboard, there's probably a group on Facebook. And I just pulled that out of my hat. Like, actually, there's probably a group for people that pull things out of hats. There's a group for everything, and there's a support for everything. And some of these groups are great. Some of them are toxic. All of them have people in it, so there's going to be no perfect group. There's always going to be room for growth for people. But get in a group. Get in one of these online groups. I would say, when it comes to like the carnivore community group, here at the Kilby Life, I started a locals community. It's going to be down in the description. That's a way for people to help support what I'm doing over here at the Kilby Life, our family. But I've been trying to build a community group, and it hasn't been that great so far, but we're trying. I'm looking for moderators. I'm looking for people that are willing to just give updates on there, like, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm going to do it, can you keep me accountable, here's my story, what would you advise me to do, and then have good people there to give you good encouragement, good accountability, to help you be encouraged. And so I'm obviously recommending our community that we're trying to build, but I would also recommend the Carnivore Quest community on Facebook. I've been on that community for a while and I haven't seen any toxic stuff, which is rare. I mean, there probably has been, but I guess I have not personally seen some. I've seen, I was been on some other groups on Facebook and I was like, really, this is just people just arguing about, if you should eat beef sitting or standing. The most ridiculous stuff. I mean, like I said, that stuff's bound to happen, but I have no time for that. Just Carnivore Quest, I recommend that, or Ferrigno Freedom from Dante Ferrigno Freedom Facebook group. I completely enjoy that one also, and Dante is a good friend. I call him Uncle Dante. And so get in a community. It doesn't have to be ours. A lot of us just want to be better, right? Sugar slam down challenge. Let's slam down the sugar. Let's get off the sugars. Let's not be addicted to sugars, right? But there's a lot of things in our lives we could fix and be better at. And being in a community, whether it be for a low carb community, a carnivore community, or a church, what you can do is you can get in these communities and you can become a better person faster. You could have synergy, like one person and one person working together. The sum of these two people working together is more than the individual. But that's what happens in community. You get together and with honest, clear communication, you grow. And not only do you grow, but the people that are with you grow, and you grow faster. You go further than the people that are out in the desert all alone. You get stronger, and maybe you can rescue some of those people from the desert. It puts you in a position where you can actually start giving back now because someone helped you in your time of need, and now you're available to help someone in their times of need. And maybe that's the 8th step on here.
Hello everyone, Billy Duskin here. I just wanted to give a very quick update before I leave to go to work. I did make my full week of being on carnivore, completely committed, no cheating, no turning back, and I'm happy to do it. Today is actually day 8, and yesterday I started my new job, new position, and my boss offered me quesadillas and I turned them down. I had a ribeye, and I just want to thank all of you for supporting me and for cheering me on. Feel free to comment if you have any questions. Feel free to post them. I do see the comments, and I will address things here in these update videos. To the person who said about eating the cheese and toppings off of the pizza, I can't do that. That's just too tempting to me, to get a pizza and just eat the toppings off. Plus the sauce wouldn't exactly be carnivore with the tomato, and I couldn't handle it. That would just be too hard for me. One person I do want to address is someone who commented something that I felt was negative, and it actually was a great thing. Someone had posted on one of the videos, dude, you're not ready. And I saw that, and my initial reaction was I wanted to say everything from, dude, kiss my butt, to, I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, but DX has 2 words for you, right? Everything a good Christian would say. But actually, I do have 2 words, and it's thank you. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for saying that I'm not ready. Because honestly, a little fire under my butt. And every time I was tempted, I thought about that comment, and I said, no. No way am I going to let that person get a little victory over me. Not happening. It kept me pretty consistent. It just burned a fire in me, and I said, there's just no way I'm going to drop off the ball this time. So thank you for that. I really appreciated that. Actually, that rings true for the last time I lost a good amount of weight during my weight loss journey was my dad told me that he didn't believe I would lose the weight, and I lost a lot of weight to prove him wrong. Of course, at the time I did that through a lot of fasting, and now I'm doing carnivore. But thank you for that comment. That was wonderful. I appreciate that. I am starting to eat a little bit less because I'm a little more full. This morning I had burgers with cheese, and I put sunny side egg on top of it and some bacon, let the yolk all ooze all over it, and I am full. I probably won't eat now till much later in the evening, and I have a ribeye. I'm pre-cooking it right now to bring to work. And yeah, I just wanted to give a quick update. Things are well. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for pouring into me and believing in me, and even the ones who don't believe in me, thank you. And yeah, let's do this thing together. I'm very thankful for community. Aaron, thank you so much for always being there for me, always supporting me, always being there for me to vent and to speak with and to complain. Thank you for your anointing to hear me whine. Same goes with my wife. I would never been able to do this without my wife. She is amazing in every single way, and I love her so much. And she's always been there for me. She listens to me. She consoles me. She has that magic touch. She's got some crowns coming, and when we move on to eternity, she's got some crowns coming dealing with me. But I'm very thankful for her. I'm thankful for all my friends and family who are supporting me, and like I said, those who aren't. Keep at it. Let's go. Thank you. Love you. God bless you.
What's your goal? Is it the slam down sugar? Not like you mean slam it down, smack it out of the way to get control of something that feels uncontrollable right now? Get yourself in a community. Get yourself in a community. Be honest. Communicate. Be encouraged. Be bold. And be intentional. And be blessed also. Thanks for watching this Kilby Live videos. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and watch out for next week's video on the Slam Down Challenge. What is the next week's one? I have no idea. Man. I guess you're just gonna have to subscribe so you know when it comes out. Next Friday. Yeah. You'll find out what it is. Put it on a little thick, Aaron. Yeah. What if there's a group for that? Alright, Kilby out.